WWE, you do it once again, proving to us all you're a fucking bunch of retards. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel World of Wrestling. If you enjoyed this video after you watched the entirety of it, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Oh dear Lord. What the fuck did we watch tonight? Like, literally, what the fuck was this? This was the epitome of an abomination of a show. There was 2 good matches on the card, and the rest of the show, you could have taken it and thrown it in a dumpster fire, and nobody would have cared. This was a travesty of a show. Thank God this show did not even go till 10:30. The show ended at like 9:30-ish or so, and I am just so thankful that this show didn't go longer than 2.5 hours. Literally, this was fucking crap. Crap beyond anything. I'm astonished. I'm speechless, really, at what I seen. But to be honest with you guys, can we really be surprised by anything that was done here tonight? This was a fucking shit. This is a shit company. There's nothing that they do that's interesting, surprising, or remotely makes sense. They can't make logic, they can't entertain, they can't do shit. And yet they say they're sports entertainment? Really? Who are they entertaining? Themselves? Like, what are they entertaining by giving us dog shit to watch? This was garbage. Literally fucking garbage. Let's go over this fucking card, shall we? First match on the card, which was on the pre-show, Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro. Jeff Hardy wins this match in 13 minutes and 30 seconds. I actually did not watch this match, simply because I don't care to watch the pre-show. There's nothing to watch. It's pointless. This match could have been on the fucking main card and replaced it with a tag team title match, because the fatal 4-way tag team title match was a complete joke. I didn't care for it. Lasted 12 minutes. New Day wins, retains the titles. Big deal. Who fucking gives a shit? Give a star for this? 2 out of 5 stars. Just being generous. This was fucking crap. Bobby Lashley defeating R-Truth. Originally it was supposed to be R-Truth versus MVP, but I guess apparently someone reminded MVP that he's retired and can't wrestle anymore. So what do? We replace him with Bobby Lashley. 2 guys that actually worked together in TNA in a faction. They were some mafioso group. Whatever. I don't remember the damn name, and who really fucking cares what happened in 2015 in TNA? Honestly, I don't think anybody was watching then. I think their company was going so low it was ridiculous. But Bobby Lashley wins in 1 minute and 40 seconds, beating R-Truth. So Bobby Trashley is your winner. Big whoop. Not even giving it a star. Half a star. Whatever. I'll give it a half a star. Bayley versus Tamina for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Thank God the right decision was made, because if Tamina had to win, I think I would have had to puke on the floor and then go ahead and resuscitate myself in a hospital, because I think I just saw an abomination happen. Not to mention this show was an abomination to begin with, so who really fucking cares? But yeah, Bayley wins this match by a roll-up pinfall, gets the 1-2-3, walks away victorious, and that was that. So I was happy with that match. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't all that great either. It was average. Then we have the Universal Championship match with Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, of course, being the champion going in, and he walks out retaining the title. Now, here's the situation. Now, in normal circumstances, if it was The Fiend versus Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman won this match, I would have been pissed. But with it being just Bray Wyatt's, little joked out Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood bullshit character, I'm not going to piss all over it. Match was good. I actually really didn't have a lot of problems with the match. It was very entertaining. The one thing that I thought was a little awkward was the ending, especially with Braun Strowman putting on the Black Sheep mask, trying to play mind games with Bray Wyatt, which I don't understand why he had to, but he did, and it seemed very entertaining. Thought it was very funny how Bray Wyatt's sitting there like talking to himself, acting as if he's talking to another person that's not there at all, turning him into a complete psychopath. But it was a very good, decent matchup for what it was. I'm not going to give it a high rating. I'm going to say like 3.5 out of 5 stars. But for a Braun Strowman match, I thought it was pretty good. At least for him lately, because lately Braun Strowman the last 2 years has been garbage, but by all recognition. After Brock Lesnar beat him in 2017 at No Mercy, I have had no use for Braun Strowman whatsoever. I have not cared for him at all. But this matchup was decent. Like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. Won't complain about the match. And granted, it was the Bray Wyatt character, not The Fiend, losing to Braun Strowman. So there's still an opportunity to move forward with this storyline. Give Braun Strowman still a decent title reign. But also at the same time, give it to The Fiend and have him win that match. That's how I would do it. The next match on the card was Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship against Seth Rollins. Folks, this was the match of the night, hands down. Easy, with no problem. I'm not going to give the moment of the night or the bullshit spot of the night, because that was all ruined. Because I was figuring the Money in the Bank was going to be the one where I'd find all that, in which case I did not. But yes, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins ruled this entire pay-per-view. They stole the show. They were the match of the night. Drew McIntyre wins. Drew McIntyre defeats Seth Rollins, and that is that, folks. This match was a 4 out of 5 stars. Easy, with no problem. I liked the ending. There was a handshake with Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins seemed a little bit dumbfounded. Like, at this point, he's lost. He don't know what to do. What path is he going to be going on at this point? Do you keep him off TV? I think that's what you should do. That is what I believe they should go forward with this, is put Seth Rollins off television for a while, let him figure himself out kind of thing, and bring him back after Backlash. That's how I would do this. Him, at this point, who he would feud with, I have no idea. He's a lost cause right now. I don't see him. I see him more of a limbo character. I don't see him not winning the WWE Championship really puts him in a very bad situation creatively. So I don't understand why they put Seth Rollins here and not put him in a rivalry with someone. But again, like it was mentioned on previous reviews from other channels, if you watch JD from New York 206 and whatnot, you will notice that they all say the same thing, that there was no one else for Drew McIntyre to fight against, because Seth Rollins was the only real heel to choose from, and Kevin Owens was out with injury, which I did not know. So Kevin Owens was the only other choice to choose from, especially with the fact that he beat Seth Rollins for a WrestleMania match. So I didn't really know what to say on this. So Seth Rollins, I guess, is the most logical choice at this point in time to have this match for Drew McIntyre's first title defense outside of The Big Show, which was the main event of WrestleMania. Couldn't believe that shit. But yeah, that was the situation, and I agreed at this point with the circumstances being the way they are. I have to agree with their decision there. That was the best choice, despite the fact that it seemed a little illogical. But with their options to choose from, they didn't have much to choose from. Now we get to the women's and the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I have mixed emotions about this, folks. Real mixed emotions. I don't know whether to like this or to absolutely hate this shit. Was it funny? Yes. Was it entertaining? Yeah, until they got to the top of the building. Then the match just kind of went down fucking hill. I will say this much, and I will give credit to WWE with this. When they made it to the top of the building, I did like the camera angles. They kept switching to all these different camera angles all over the place around the ring. I really would like to see that during a wrestling match when they start going live in front of a live audience. Because I think that would be really cool for the viewer at home, seeing all these different angles and places that they could shoot at. But I'm certain they'd have to have a lot of cameramen around the ring to be able to do that, and not to mention cameras above the ring to get these view shots, or get these shots where they want them, like what we had at this pay-per-view for this cinematic wrestling match. But honestly, where was Shayna Baszler? What was she doing? Like, why the fuck wasn't she by the ring doing anything? She wasn't even fucking there. So Asuka wins the women's Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, I will go on record and say this. If you're not going to have Shayna win, at least going with Asuka is the second option, and that's fine, but where does it make any sense? Becky Lynch has already beaten Asuka, I think twice, since her title defense at the Royal Rumble. I don't understand any of this shit. Really. Can someone please tell me, please, write in the comments down below, if any of you can make any sense of what WWE's been doing. Because since this fucking pandemic issue that happened with the coronavirus, I haven't seen anyone make any sense of this. I watch a bunch of different reviews on different channels, and they can't make sense of it. Please, anyone that watches this video, leave a comment down below and please tell me how you make sense of it. And if you can't, then you don't have to leave a comment. I mean, honestly, there ain't nothing to say, but all truth aside here, this is fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. This is just a crying shame of a show. There's nothing here for a wrestling fan to enjoy. Unless you're a fucking brainless idiot. God almighty. So Asuka wins this match. And I'm going to say that this portion of the cinematic movie was a 3 out of 5 stars. Because at least this made okay sense. The pick was a little bit better than what the men's pick was. Holy shit, people. The person who won this match for the men, which I didn't figure would ever happen, is Otis. Why the fuck does Otis get the right to have the Money in the Bank briefcase? Why? Where does he earn the right to win this damn briefcase? Is he a funny guy? Yes. Is he a decent wrestler? Yeah, I'd give that to him. But he's not a main eventer, and he's a tag team wrestler. I don't give a fuck what's being said on YouTube by anyone on their channels. I don't give a fuck if he's being shown as a singles competitor. This guy is not a singles wrestler. He ain't ready for it. He ain't gonna make it. He sucks as a singles competitor. Tag team wrestling is his stick. Keep him where he belongs. He was great with Tucker. Why the fuck isn't he with Tucker? If the only reason why Tucker is not there is because he's injured or Tucker just doesn't want to be there because of this virus situation, I get that. That's fine. But you didn't have to have Otis win the fucking briefcase. There was several guys you could have picked. 3 out of the 6 guys you could have picked. I'll even name them off to you. I would even throw Daniel Bryan in the mix, but the situation with his contract is a bit iffy. So they don't know if he's gonna be able to sign, or he's gonna leave or take a break, what have you. I understand Daniel Bryan would not be someone they want to choose. So I get the point of them not wanting him being an option to give the briefcase to. So I'm not going to list him as one of the top 3 guys they should have had. But here are the 3 guys I would have put in here. AJ Styles. Aleister Black. And get this, people. Get this. I can't even stand the motherfucker. But yes, even King Corbin could have been a suitable winner for the briefcase. Otis, though? Nah. I'm not going to give them a pass for choosing Otis as the guy to win. And the way he won was fucking ridiculous. He won, like, in the fashion of what Dolph Ziggler did against, I think it was with Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston at a SummerSlam pay-per-view. He actually manages to get the Intercontinental Championship after it falls from the top where the things hang from the little thing. I forgot what the fucking thing is. The little, where at the top of the ladder where you grab the Intercontinental title, it's hanging on that piece. Well, it fell off that piece because Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston, I think those are the 2 guys. I don't remember what SummerSlam it was or what year it was, but they were at the top of the ladder and they're trying to get the Intercontinental Championship, and it drops from both of them and lands right in front of Dolph Ziggler. Actually, no, it wasn't Kofi Kingston and Drew McIntyre. I believe it was actually John Morrison at the time. So I think it was John Morrison. Whatever. The point being is the title drops down right in front of Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler is the new Intercontinental Championship. And this is the exact same thing that happened with Otis here in this pay-per-view. We have Elias show up out of nowhere and hit King Corbin in the back of the head with a guitar. He lets loose of the briefcase while AJ and King Corbin are struggling to get the rights of the briefcase, and both of them somehow lose hold of the briefcase. Even AJ Styles himself, who is not even attacked in any way, shape, or form. So he ends up losing the briefcase, falling into the hands of Otis, and Otis is your briefcase winner. How does that make any fucking sense? Really? Jesus Christ, help me. Alright, now, to get all the I already got all the negatives out of the way, because the negatives is just illogical booking here, and who won these matches. It was just fucking ridiculous. The positives of the cinematic movie, though, that I will say about, there was a lot of good comedy. They had Stephanie McMahon, Vincent McMahon in there. I don't know why they were in this, but I guess they were just making cameo appearances into this cinematic movie type style match. And at the end of the day, you had Bruce Pritchard, which was playing his old character, Brotherly Love, or whatever the fuck his gimmick was when he came in 1990 with The Undertaker. Then you had Paul Heyman in a table full of food. Why he was the only one sitting there eating sub sandwiches is beyond me. Besides, where was Titus? I'm sure he spent a long, hard day making this entire catering of food. I mean, I'm sure he busted his ass spending the entire day making all this food for Paul Heyman and whoever came by to eat. So what do we get? We get a food fight. Reminded me a lot of what happened in 2017's July 4th Independence Day, with everyone throwing food at each other on a Monday Night Raw episode, which was probably by far the worst 4th of July Raw episode I have ever seen in my fucking life. Trash beyond trash. That's all we get here with WWE, is fucking trash. Why we get trash, I don't know. Does Vince McMahon is he purposely trying to cripple this company? Is he trying to make it go bankrupt? Why doesn't he just sell it now? I'm pretty sure he could get a good amount of money. Actually, selling it now would be a bad idea because I don't think anyone's buying anything as a business right now because of what's going on with this virus situation. But, I mean, right after everything cools down, the virus goes away, why doesn't Vince McMahon just sell this fucking company? I will tell you why. Because he's a narcissistic asshole. Full of himself, egotistical maniac. His character you saw on TV back in the day, that was all him. That wasn't an overinflated character he portrayed. That is who he is. A fucking dickhead. So that's all I have to say, guys. Otis winning the briefcase for the men. Fucking crap. 2 out of 5 stars. That's what it's gonna get for me. This was Garboja. Crapola all around. The only thing that mattered to me was the Universal Championship, the WWE title match. Those were the 2 best matches on the card. The rest of the card, you could have taken this and thrown in the fucking toilet and flushed it down. This was garbage. Full-blown fucking garbage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you got through this entire video, again, as I mentioned beginning of the video, leave your comments down below. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. And I thank you very much for watching, and have a great night, guys. Bye.